Hi, I'm Alan Tan, and I'm the owner of the Lightning Gravity Gaming Company, and I'm trying to make a YouTube video on the basic 3D Blender, and I'm trying to make a Blender basic tutor on your own more general 3D modeling tools. And just to remember to save your own more multiple um, video game assets, 3D models, and within your backup files folders. Not really folders. I mean, at least files 001 to like as much as you can. Depends how much you have done left. And remember, just click save as to different number units. Yeah, kind of like save as. Click here 5 of some sort and click enter, I guess. Yeah, and then yeah, it's down here. Something like those. And times as much you want. And remember to before start modeling your own 3D models, remember to go to edit, preference, sys um as your own system, undo steps, anything as much you like. I think is maximum on yeah, this much. Um 256 undo steps. You don't have to click save, I guess. Yeah. So remember to do your, like with the vertex, try to do more undo steps as much as you can. But as soon as you exercise, you cannot undo or something, and when you only exit, save and exit of some sort. Yeah. Undo steps. Yeah. So Blender preference, like edit Blender preference and stuff like that. And system undo steps as usually. You should always remember. And set, yeah, if you by accident set this origin, this circle, like wrong place, I'm not sure how I usually do it. I usually click this one and kind of click this. It might be annoying is when you kind of your own more secondary position as like kind of like click this collection layer list and then usually want object mode as add another mesh or kind of shift A to another object as kind of create cube on this side instead of the center of everything, I guess. Um, like down here, it will pop out down here with this options list. Maybe Control Z to go back and Control Shift Z to go forward. This shortcut undo Control Z, Shift Control Z. But maybe Control Z, but maybe trying to remember that your own like mesh, you don't have polygon special, just simple as mesh usually is better. Remember that your own cylinder, you might always don't want this deflect, it's not called nothing like a hole on end, not engon. Just remember triangle the faces. Maybe more important, shift middle, hold shift middle mouse and drag so you can drag the screen pen. And remember to always do this one without clicking anywhere elsewhere that it will reset the whole entire thing. So yeah, so without before it was this icon, it won't be a smart deal with the proper triangle and cube quads things. Yeah, like the side view. Remember to click side view as your own like length and width kind of thing, and instead of top view kind of thing yet. Like it's a part of portion. It's your thing. You have to know, understand how to 3D model a human character a bit better normally. And chart. Yeah, this one kind of like this. Um, yeah, but this is your cylinder thing. Oh, wait. Yeah. This is because this thing. We're supposed to reset it after. But um, but this drag this middle click drag to cancel front view, or maybe just go down here and you see, this one is supposed to be down here. It is maybe better instead of moving like clicking this and moving around. Um, so this option is more like a modifier when you click add mesh something. The modifier is always down here, and this is like random. Well, I think it should use Eve since it's no update of this new Blender 2 or something. Remember to click. Yeah, this is more renders resolutions on the camera only view if you select the camera. Uh, and always remember your start is layout modeling. Yeah, that's where I was. So before you always 3D model first, then on UV map, like UV editing, like the UV map, then you kind of texture paint the color with Photoshop or ZBrush Core as recommended, the most cheapest price. And then so you got the 3D object with the right color by UV mapping it properly, but kind of map shaping it from my animation class, and compose. Yeah, and maybe scripting for your own Python language instead of mail language for your own main Maya Autodesk 3D animation software, plus your own rigging skills. Mostly Python only. Yeah, but rigging is, I think it's not down. Yeah, I think it's scripting, I guess. So don't use sculpting. It's just your art concept. Like more better thinking designers. So this is not your for your own main project, it's your random stuff. When you click out the kind of another version of modifier or it's down here before. Well, add modifier is always different. There's some kind of like Revel, more common. Don't think of mask yet. UV wrap is kind of your own um UV editing on your before texturing your own colors on top or maybe reflection, um like yeah, reflection texture afterwards, like what stuff goes shiny than others, or maybe transparency stuff, but I think this is some of the bit difficult than I thought. I'm not sure what it does. Like skin looks a bit kind of sketchy to me beginning, but overall, if overall is always true, like easy smooth, this should be maybe the edge, smoothing the edge is not that rigid as the edge. I think it's called normal reflection or something. Yeah, yeah, like smoothness or something. Yeah, well, so far to reset this called origin, like this thingy. This I think you click here, set origin to geometry first. Not like you remember to order geometry to origin, like you just setting. Like, I don't know what's it do. But I'm gonna try. I mean, that doesn't do make sense. Me, um, all these called kosher, not origin. So snap, cluster to world origin. Yeah, world origin is down here, 0, 0, 0, like X, Y, and Z, all 0. So yeah, snap. You call snap is movements. It's set. I'm not sure what's the set is different. So set this thing. This is called cluster. Sorry, the same thing as here. Cluster, what it says down here. So snap. Cluster world origin down here is always better. So next time you create your own shapes. Remember circle doesn't really make sense. It's not really called like 3D object. It's like lines only. Um, when you get rid of everything. Yeah, you already see it down here. Yeah, with this. Yeah, it's just really bad looking shape as yeah. Yeah, remember to always use object mode on add object. Don't use like select the wrong thing and it's on top of it, which doesn't make sense. So that's so yeah, remember to know how to use your own other Y. It's maybe this is the same as down here a little bit, but let's use Y so far and Z to your 3D modeling a bit better. Um, just remember to delete shape, but don't create too much random shapes, else you might randomly collect more down here. Like a lot of lists that it can't be deleted. I'm not sure what this list does. This pass, it cannot be deleted that easily. Just if you don't want to like zoom that accurate viewport thingy, yeah, just delete. Yeah, before I click this one again, just remember sometimes it may be annoying. Just left mouse, right mouse click, cluster on world, and just click this thing back. This one and delete. As I told you that if you select any random object, it still kind of store the past shape that called zero. Zero. I'm not sure what it does. Um, yeah. Um, just click Control Z to delete that past thing. That I'm not sure what this happened. Yeah. Um. So yeah, remember to use those viewport from before just to know how to 3D model proportion and sizes correctly. And maybe right mouse drag to like get rid of the too much same looking. And remember wireframe viewport is really important. It's always even matching. And remember to always do your own more um like maybe select this shape, edit mode, vertex or something like those. Or maybe use the wireframe and remember to uncover all those other stuff too much. Um yeah, and this is more like the viewport layers as if it hides everything or not. And remember this thing is more like the seeing texture surface only. I mean surface without color texture. This is more like color texture, but this is more like with lighting and columns. But so far like this, I don't, not can't move. Like yeah, remember that if you merge it, when you move around, it's always merge everything at one. Because before it was a spear up here and a cylinder down here from add um kind of a different object mesh. Like yeah, this well you have to combine a bit later. Um yeah, with two objects from before, like a spear on top and cylinder on bottom. But remember to like know how to use this layer, like yeah, so you remember to attach it by like that much better. Um, yeah. Um, so for example, if I need to hide this, yeah, remember if you're shifting a bit too far, it still works because your mouse goes up here and go back down here if you drag too far. So remember to go back to object mode before add another object to how do you combine two random objects. Well, maybe you want to click this layer to underneath this hierarchy lines. Let's add mesh cube. Maybe down here. Um, yeah. And add object mesh. Maybe another circle. No. I mean spear. I don't think so. This is a spear somehow. Last time, remember? I'm not sure why. Actually, UV spear is still okay. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, this is too. This is too low. Triangle circles. Maybe not that good idea. So control set twice. Um, yeah. So add mesh SUV sphere. So remember it was two objects. Remember to always more like click control, not shift. Um, it's more like if you click shift, then you select too much in between. So always click again. So maybe you always want to click like your bottom to topest layer with control, which one order like the most to rename with, like cube. So always click use object mode first, something like those. Uh, kind of like um, hmm, I think it was the object uh, object mode. Yeah, object mode and object join or something. Join, yeah. So remember, you'll click your bottom to top is where you want to rename it. Object join, then you combine that this more bottom part sphere equal to one like two object into one object joined it. So you can actually more like edit mode afterwards to do whatever you want. You can select edge like here. You can select face instead, and yeah, leave vertex. As maybe the most weirdest annoying part that doesn't make sense what I'm doing right now is remember to maybe you can it's something as sliding to us. Maybe I don't remember just detail. Maybe it's kind of like attach this circle and try and go within the between line. I'm not sure it's a shift control C and then snap. Oh, this is like something they call snap edge tool. Like maybe down here. No, no. It's supposed to be like kind of down here as a magnetic snap tool. It's kind of like edge. Um, yeah. And then click on trigger on. You might need to like um use this middle. Maybe this. Oh my god, this is so horrible. As you trying to snap it, I guess, with um. Oh man, okay, so it seems like a snap anything on the edge. Yeah, you get what I mean, but for me, I just maybe control like this one. Maybe just forget the magnetic. It's a bit more advanced. I thought like this is not a short key for it, I guess, but somehow it doesn't seem like it's working as I thought. So just yeah, if I toggle this on afterwards, but it's not. I'm not sure because I'm kind of renewing my refreshing memory, so I haven't used this for a while. So so-called I think vertex because I'm vertex mode down here on edit mode. Remember, it's something different with object mode. Yeah. Vertex called let me just mesh merge to center. There's something else. I don't think so. 3D Blender wants merge border edge as like the circular thing, or something more merge like the two edge lines very close up. This more border lines. This doesn't really means a lot. I mean, it does means a lot for, but only Maya has it. Autodesk that needs a lot more paid money for your commercial use. But so far, it just border edge means two edge really close up. Just merge it like a lot better, but it doesn't have that option, so you have to at least merge everything to center. Um, a bit more normal. Not sure what does it have updated. Uh, um, oh, it should be merged. Yeah, it was always use mesh, not yeah, but I'm not sure why isn't. Oh, sorry. At last, it's maybe new. For this days, yeah, that's why I'm confused. Always use mesh most likely. Merge at center, so it'll attach like that. For this situation, but there's such thing as something else. I don't quite remember much. Uh, remember to maybe click this one and zoom out a little bit. Maybe use wireframe as you can select through it, I guess. Um, yeah, I can select through it on everything. So far, it looks like a bit rigid sometimes, like the shading faces. If you go back, maybe select this, and then mesh, shading, um, smooth faces, and then yeah, so it won't be that rigid lighting on the face surface back. I guess see it's a lot smoother. Maybe Control Z to see it. See, it looks a bit rigid. It's almost toward your end project. So Control Shift Z. I mean, no, Control Z, to go back. Wait, I think I already didn't do too much. Hey, oh, wait. Yeah, and always make sure that this movement is onto one vertex when you merge it. But I'm just going to, this is more like end to end service, what I said before. The more like uh mesh, shading, smooth. Yeah, so it's got smoother, so it won't be looks too fake. Unless you want to lowest polygon, like my own other lightning gravity ship video games, just like more polygon as you can, the simple shapes playing the simple pattern. And remember, I don't think so. The past like if you want to do repeat process, it was supposed to be more like repeat last task. Honestly, it worked for me if you try to merge multiple vertex. If there's no such thing as border edge, so you select all the around surrounding edge. So you might can select this and shift. You can. I don't know. control, like you can select all this border as much as you can until yeah, it goes around it. Or maybe I think it works in double click, or maybe not good at all. Um, just like kind of like 360 degree at once, maybe. And you can more vertical or edge, but it doesn't have this has option on this Autodesk instead of Blender. So instead of that, you like cannot do border edge, so you have to kind of like this, and then yeah, like this, and then after merge to center. If something like this thing is not really like, well, at least you have to put the two shapes, like my own rocket from before was the cylinder on top. I mean, a cylinder on bottom or spear on bottom. Um, it, yeah. Merge at center. Yeah, merge at center. I'm not sure why is it at last or something from before. And yeah, that's not why I thought it's new, but it's just yeah, we merge at center. Like instead of there's no such thing as the border edge kind of thingy. What I said before. Yeah, you're in control. Yeah, there's no such thing as like yeah, merge border edge at once because your own other merge origin is not really working. Like merging AI like around the each individual vertex except for merge at center. You know what I'm saying? Um, hmm. Yeah. Need free. Yeah, just yeah, wireframe as your 3D model, and you know where to see through your proportion a bit more. Uh, repeat process from your shift R. Sometimes it works, but it doesn't seem like it's working last time. Remember to go back to object mode sometimes. So, like, yeah, select another layer like this. Remember to always select a layer and then object mode and edit mode if you need to do modeling. Um, layer. I mean, tab. Yeah, on user interface. Uh, yeah, let's merge multiple vertex each individual instead of border edge will be working. AI with unless you use Autodesk that paid a lot more money for commercial use. This is commercial free use. And remember to save once in a while, like multiple like stuff when you need to. Um, and you can always remember to download Blender as well. When you Google search Blender, merge at center, face extrude. Yeah, maybe I should face extrude down here. Let's because this is a bit distorted everything except for this face. So you need to kind of select cube. Uh, remember cube. Select cube. Always on object mode, then edit mode, and then maybe face will still works down here. Extrude. As you go to face, extrude face. Maybe individual face as it kind of works more balancing it when I kind of did on this on this one to like stretch out evenly instead of expanding kind of on the Z section as it equals pretty balanced as you stretch out instead of like stretch out like this kind of making another triangle instead of rectangle longer at the same timing. So that's what I kind of did from before. uh, yeah, just to keep in mind. So that's for only for that one. Extrude individual faces on the one that I showed you start this um from these shapes. Yeah, should be always used as this one to make it balance on some certain stuff. But for me, you can just keep it more simpler. this face, extrude faces, and then yeah, stretches kind of. But don't ever go back here by accident. Think you can on your maybe your uh, like viewing top layer. Think it's normal sometimes with your illusion that can't see everything in 3D space. So maybe just make it positive instead of negative. So inverse, so you will be, yeah, just remember always have a hole inside, like this section. Um, just click Control as you select it, not Shift, and yeah, that like this inner edge shape not supposed to have another face. It's always quad or triangles. I think mostly square. Quad is always the best instead of rectangle or triangle too much for your own texturing or UV mapping skills. Yeah, yeah, no such thing for the edge in Blender. It's like two vertex even ones because there's no such thing AI was made down here because it's some kind of software engineering side that's a lot harder than you think with mathematics skills. It's kind of mathematics to scientists with more spacing, like vector physics math, not just always equal to one number function. That's not 3D, some kind of real physics math in grade 12 for physics only. Similar to chemistry, doesn't mix in atom proton, I think, easily proven. And remember, you can use always the Google calculator. Um, I think I should hide these shapes. So what I'll just show you one example, maybe. What was this about? It was kind of my origin was. Wait, remember to like select this shape. Always go back to object mode more properly, and we select this shape as you select yellow instead of orange from before. This origin, the the thing is, I'll explain it. It's more like when I rotate this, it's always down here in the middle. I kind of sneakily put this origin at this cluster from like so I can rotate like kind of like this, always balance like the this down here sneakily like 3D modeling shapes with different object, but it's not really properly to do it. If but you have to merge into one object, which I did not of this much whole entire layers. Like this is supposed to be one object with the whole entire ship like this. Sometimes, unless you want to make a video game object with like multiple layers that are coding insanely up high, and your not this Blender Python in your Unreal Game 3D engine with 64 bytes. So remember to like turn it evenly when your origin is supposed to be down center here instead of like this shape. It's more like down here orange line, the main origin line. Yeah. So hide this. Your origin is down here. It doesn't really matter like to rotate where's the origin, but it's better to have this leveling issue. I just don't know how unless I move this individual up here. I mean cluster, move it up here and like kind of set like yeah, I think I mean like this color or yeah, you can yeah for example maybe to fix it even better for example is just kind of go back here. Uh Not sure. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I forgot what this position looks like. Yeah, here. Location is kind of fake right now because I kind of offset everything. Um, because I didn't track down what was down here before. So yeah. Um, maybe kind of like this. Oh my god, can't. Maybe just fake it out. Let's put this origin, maybe kind of sit us down center 3D. Maybe not because I thought. Yeah. So, hmm. So I wonder, should I can move this back down here? This for example doesn't matter. Yeah, good thing I likely I did it by the viewport thing, shifting the cluster around. Now I click this one. Yeah, object mode on maybe uh, this object first. Then remember that origin was down here, orange line. Most likely. Yeah, and I want this orange dot to be down here. Set. This is origin cluster. So set origin to 3D cluster in this one. Um, yeah. So down here, so it makes more sense, kind of thing. But remember, if you offset it, my control set. Remember, if you offset this as here, and then as for example, as doing this video game model asset project as number 5 is not my real one anymore longer. If you click the set origin to 3D cluster down here instead, when you rotate, it kind of looks like rotating from this angle. Bird's eye view looks messed up, you know what I mean? So before I did this triangle from before, remember you can duplicate from before what I said to make 3 of them. Duplicating the faster video game project instead of making individual, like same shape looking, like, yeah, and their origin still looks the same. You have to be aware which origin is properly made. Yeah, so duplicating a 3D like the rooms or pillar video game project is always more important. And remember that your wireframe always have your triangles on top options. Yeah, what I said from add. Yeah, get always game object mode mesh cylinder, and remember to add triangle as not got nothing like a hole, or this without a thing properly made. This triangle on top, always quads, square mostly, and for your own biology, reflexing rig human figure can be a bit mostly focused on quads, but this can is a machine kind of building type. You can be sometimes rectangles, anything as you like. It's more not like you're gonna rig it. I mean like rigging with Python, that's animation afterwards, like gonna bend it, the whole entire building, which doesn't make sense. Like don't bend rocks unless human animals and bats or something, dragons. Uh, shit. Uh, um, yeah, I remember like to measure like what I was shown before. It was kind of uh, before I ruined this thing. Um, um, like like before this triangle positioning on this rotation origin. Yes, you can only moving rotation scale transform. Just don't use transforms too much like stuff at once. So use rotation. Is remember to divide by 360 degrees your own measurements. Knowing how it works. So yeah. So maybe 360 degree and divide by 3. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it works somehow. It's 120 degrees, which I've just move back here. Uh, so before control Z. Yeah, I get what I mean. Uh, maybe I just duplicate this layer object. Du- go- I was click the wrong one. Not duplicate labels. Um, sure. Control Shift Z. This one. Duplicate object. maybe we're not it transformed a little bit too early. Just I think right mouse click so it'll move back to normal or position. So remember to click more like rotation. Just rotate a little bit and then we adjust to I think 100 time. No, it should be like this I guess. Time two. Yeah. I'm not sure what it works with this one instead. X2. I think it's kind of similar to Python. It must be through yeah, it's before I say error. It must be star as time. Same as Python, what it always does with your Java coding. So now it works. So it's kind of always 360 divided by 3 because it 120 rotation line like angle I mean. Uh yeah, so I think this is basic for my own YouTube video. So not sure what I'm doing after all. Not this. What's this? Oh, so this. Oh, so this is my own video game. Not on my asset. This is my own rocket launch. No, like submarine. Like what how it works. Like pulling from the like the top or front that have better going forward aiming skills and stuff on the back. It might tilt the whole entire two long units plus three can offset their like turning skills and this is two plain flat back wings as your levels like going trying to think better and going lower and upper and then I just three triangle makes a turn while pulling on front spinning thingy. Yeah, so I think I can save this not really real draft version um thingy. So I think I've done my own YouTube video on my basic 3D blender of everything most likely. I've set this yeah, the shifting vertex as I don't quite remember. Like as your seems like down here, but like well I can't remember yet now on time. So you can not sledge. Like vertex and somehow move right on the edge. Maybe I can do it now, I guess the last time I caught edge and toggle is on. Um it's kind of moving like three stuff at once. So shift no, this don't know how. Yeah, it's supposed to snap like this and just scroll like that. I'm not sure why snap edge does not really work because I don't think so. I'm similar to this yet enough. So I think I've done my YouTube video. I just don't know this thing. I think it's Control Shift C before with Maya Autodesk from before, but this is not Maya Autodesk. So I think I'm finished. So thank you. Oh, maybe just like yeah, Control middle. I mean Shift Control this. I mean Shift middle click and drag. Um, middle drag mouse and yeah right mouse. Um, left mouse doesn't really does anything. Zoom in and out and viewport thingy. Yeah. So yeah. See ya.